And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the San Diego State Aztecs offense takes the field to start this game off. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Makes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Aztecs are on the move. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. He'll get rid of it. Got his man on the right. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Let's see what they dial up on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Might as well stick with him. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Got it in the middle. It's Malone. And he's down after making the grab. Good pickup there to help them dig out of the hole, but still some work to do to get a first down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. So San Jose State's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Gets it out fast. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Spartans line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Aztecs racing to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the tailback. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Finds space on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Got it in the middle, it's Davis. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. With the catch, it's Davis. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Spartans.
And these offenses, man, they've been struggling, and you've been waiting. Who's going to make the big play? They finally break through. They make the big explosive play, and maybe this is what they needed to get this offense rolling. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Got his man on the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First down and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Bringing the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack. No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And the returner will be brought down. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, 3rd down, touchdown.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. They'll run this play from the pistol. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. There he goes. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They've moved it to the 19. 1st and 10. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw again. It's complete on the right side. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the...
Touchdown, San Jose State! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Caught near the sticks. It's 4. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. New set of downs after the completion. Let's go. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. 2nd down coming up. The give on the inside. Picks up the 1st down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aztecs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll heave it deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they've got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, take advantage of the clock. It's stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Plucks it out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before... Touchdown, San Diego State! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Aztecs will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to...
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. Touchdown, Aztecs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The returner will field it and bring it back. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Going over the top. Holds it in on the left. There he goes. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. A shot toward the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, San Jose State!
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. He's got him.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's 4. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
Has to get there to move the sticks. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive.
Turning it on. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, San Diego State.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. It's in, complete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll try to pop the draw. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. The Spartans will punt this one away. Pulls it in and looking upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Gonna run it. It's Wall.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Under fire. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Makes the grab. It's Malone. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Aztecs getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown Aztecs. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. That'll do it for the quarter, guys, and San Diego State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. Off and running. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Spartans. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and oh, he's got some space. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. And the Aztecs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Crosses the 35. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Wall.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver in the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
The Aztecs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Tries to get it on the ground. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Aztecs are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, San Diego State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Purdue managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around West Lafayette had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative.
To the air on first down.
Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He'll keep it himself. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Spartans come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
The snap sets up the throw. The screen, he can go.
Holding. Defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And the Spartans headed quickly to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them slipping.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Got his man. He gets it down to the 28-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks, and now we'll see what they do on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Spartans.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got the first down. Looking for more. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive.
Makes the catch down the right side. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. The Aztecs will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a spot in the middle. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. On the run, it's Wall. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Run out of bounds just before he can get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching